Hey everyone, and welcome back to Magic Game World. Today, we are taking a look at something on the horizon that is shaping up to be truly special. It's a project from Might and Magic VII that looks less like a mod and more like a full-blown unofficial expansion. I'm talking about Kaltenberg's upcoming Vori Mod. I've been following its development, and people are starting to ask what's actually going to be in it, how big it is, and what we can expect when it finally launches. So I wanted to do a dedicated video breaking down the info straight from the creator, because let me tell you, buckle up. The planned scope of this thing is just mind-blowing. Alright, let's start with the big picture, the world itself. The mod will add a huge amount of new content, and I mean huge. Not only will you get the brand new land of Vori, which comes with 2 new maps to explore, but the creator has also gone back and is revamping all of the original outdoor maps to varying degrees. On top of that, he's built and integrated tons of new 3D models into the game. So many, in fact, that he literally stopped counting them after a while. His best guess is that he's at least doubled the number of original object files in the game. Just think about that for a second. Doubled. Okay, so the world is going to be bigger and look fresher. But what about the stuff you'll do in it? Let's talk quests. We're looking at about 50 completely new quests. And these won't be your typical lazy, go fetch me a cloak and a ring just because kind of quests. No, most of them are being designed as complex, multi-part adventures. The designer is asking the important questions for every single one. Why me? Why would my party be the one asked to do this? Why can't the quest giver do it himself? Why hasn't somebody else already solved this problem? Because of that, every quest is developing its own little mini story, which should make the entire experience feel so much more grounded and realistic. And of course, it wouldn't be a Might and Magic mod without dungeons, right? Well, the Vori mod will add 10 new ones. There will be 1 smaller one, 7 that are medium-sized, and 2 that are planned to be just absolutely massive. The creator's personal favorite, and one I'm super excited to see, is a pyramid in Brakata called the Temple of Araduth. If you're a longtime fan of the series, this one will immediately bring back memories of the legendary Tomb of Varn from MM6. But it's being designed with even more mysteries and even more dangers. It's got a darker, scarier atmosphere, its own unique lore, and it's being woven directly into the main questline. And here's the kicker. In terms of sheer size, it's not much smaller than Varn's tomb, but it's going to be way more detailed. To put that in perspective, this one pyramid is planned to be larger and more complex than any of the dungeons in the original vanilla Might and Magic VII. But the changes go so much deeper than just adding new places to explore. The mod will completely overhaul the class system. To get your second promotion, you'll usually have to complete 2 different quests, and the way the light and dark paths diverge is incredibly creative. Some storylines will even be shown from both perspectives. For example, on the dark path, you might get a quest to go rob the famous Naga Bank from Heroes 3. But if you're on the light path, your quest will be to go to that same bank and prevent the robbery from happening. How cool is that? And speaking of which, yes, you heard that right. The Heroes 3 Tower area will be a fully explorable dungeon zone. You'll be able to visit the Golem Factory and actually have golems built for you. You'll be able to fight gargoyles on the parapet, try to survive the catacombs beneath the Naga Bank, buy useful spells in the Mage Tower library, play a round of Archimage in the tavern, and, maybe loot the storage room below afterwards. You'll be able to get new gear from the blacksmith, enter the Citadel to read about the history of the Snow Elves and pick up new quests. You can climb all the way to the top of the Archwizard's Tower and even seek out the Altar of Wishes, which comes with its own set of puzzles and another new dungeon. It's going to be insane. Okay, let's get a little nerdy for a second and talk core mechanics, because this is where the mod gets really ambitious. New character stats will be added like dark, light, and physical resistances. Shield defense will be completely different. Shields will no longer just give you a bit of armor class. Instead, they'll have a certain chance to completely block an incoming attack. Just negate it entirely. The trade-off? It will make you much slower to attack, turning combat into a much more tactical give and take.
Beyond that, the scripting is on another level. There's going to be a whole new skill system where weapons, armor, and items will have different mechanics and grant different bonuses. The core combat math, hit chances, damage calculations, resistances, it's all been fine-tuned. The entire item list has been reworked. There will be new weapons and armor, each with unique stats and descriptions based on real historical weapons with a little fantasy flair mixed in. This is even more noticeable with the spells. I love this detail. The creator is coming up with a special kind of wording for them, which he describes as atmospheric, scientific fantasy slang. It's like the in-world jargon that you'd expect a real wizard to actually use. A small touch that will add a huge amount of immersion. Now, for a very important technical note. Because of all these deep, fundamental changes, the Vori mod will not be compatible with the Merge mod. That's something for the very distant future, if at all. The same goes for adding more Heroes 3 locations. To be crystal clear, for now, only the Tower Castle is planned for the release. Any rumors about other Heroes 3 castles are for now false. But let's end on something incredibly positive. After hearing all this, you're probably wondering, how much more game time are we talking? Well, the creator roughly estimates that a full playthrough of the Vori mod will take you about twice as long as the vanilla Might and Magic VII campaign. Yeah, twice as long. So in short, what we're looking at here isn't just a mod, it's a full-blown, passion-fueled, unofficial expansion in the making. The amount of work and love going into this is just staggering. So what do you guys think? Are you as hyped as I am for this to finally come out? Let me know down in the comments what feature you're most excited to see coming. And speaking of which, we actually have another video that gives you a special sneak peek of the new Vori town. So if you want to see what it looks like, be sure to check that out. The link is in the description below. As always, thank you so much for hanging out here on Magic Game World. Be sure to like and subscribe for more updates on this and other mods, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Take care.